And good evening, everybody. This is Eric White along with Mike Dennis, and we're here for this Division II boys volleyball matchup between West Warwick and Central. This media broadcasting and journalism pathway production of West Warwick boys volleyball. We're glad to bring it to you live on this YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe to the WWHS Wizards YouTube channel, which you're watching right now. Subscribers can keep up to date with all the latest news and sporting events at West Warwick High School. So, my Mike, this is was something that didn't look like a huge matchup at first, but now Central is riding a 6-match win streak. They've won their last 6 straight and are at 8-3 in the Central Division. West Warwick at 10-1 with their only loss coming to Division I Cranston West. And they're coming off of a 3-0 sweep over Westerly, which was 8-1 going into that game, and now they're 8-2. They're second in the division.
East or did you say West?
West.
Okay, just make sure.
Yes. So that was Cranston. I think I said it was Cranston West. So if I said East, then I was wrong. So coming in here, all right, this one thing that really struck me about this team going down to Westerly, and I watched that game. It was really, you know, those sets. It was a sweep, but it was by no means, you know, a dominant sweep. Those first 2 sets were heavily contested. Okay. And this, you got to give a lot of credit to this West Warwick team for going down in Westerly's house, hanging in there, not getting rattled. You know, they did just a fantastic job. Now they down in Westerly, that second set was 26-24, and the first set was pretty close too. And they came back. They were down 14-7 in that second set and came back and put things together. And then in that third set, they just iced it and put it away. I'm talking to Coach Josh Malloy earlier today, and you know, he was glad that they got out of there, especially with the win. But you know, in 3 straight sets, you can't complain about that. But he thought they made some unforced errors in that third set, but then they just came together and really got rid of those mistakes and closed out Westerly. And that was really, if you would ask me ahead of time, are they going to go down there and sweep the number 2 team, I would have said no.
And they did it.
That's exactly what they did. But this is a game which could easily, or a match rather, that could easily be a trap, because this team started out 2-2, and 2-3 actually, and then put 6 straight wins together coming in.
Something that I would like to mention, I'm not usually a very biased person.
Well, you know, you had an observation earlier, and it's a legitimate one.
They have not beaten, in those 6 wins, they did not beat great teams. Don't get me wrong, they beat Pawtucket. Pawtucket was a great win for them, really showing a lot. And I had a great conversation with the director from the Interscholastic League of Volleyball. And one of the big things that he likes to say is, I'm going to be completely honest with you here, Mr. White. A lot of these kids in Central grow up in a very high crime rate area of Providence. Providence is not a great area. And a lot of these kids... Well,
there are some parts that are a great area, and other parts that are not.
Exactly, and that's kind of the thing. Even in West Warwick, we have great parts and bad parts.
Yes.
And he said that most important things for a lot of these boys is that volleyball is an escape from reality. It is something that they can look to, kind of like, you know, a Catholic looks to religion when they are in times of, you know, doubt and loss. And he said that he's very proud of these Central boys, you know, obviously coming in with a 6-game streak, regardless of the fact of who they beat or not, to overcome the adversity that they face on their home turf. They face a lot of adversity. A lot of these Providence kids face a lot of tough, but they also can make a lot of good out of a lot of tough.
And speaking of that, and that's a great point. I want to welcome the viewers, because I emailed the link to this contest, to the athletic director there, invited them to share that. So hopefully we have a lot of people from Central tuning in. They should be very proud of this team. And also welcome to our fans from the land of the orange and black. And, you know, I remember, Mike, in the past, you know, we had a girls volleyball team that went to 3 straight championships and winning 1 Division II championship. And now we have a 10-1 boys team. And, you know, it's good to see, you know, the excitement for volleyball back. And this school has really gotten behind this team. And, you know, I have a lot of these kids in class and had some of them last year in class. And, you know, they're really putting it together. And I think the world of Coach Malloy, I think he's a hell of a coach doing, you know, he was coaching those girls teams. Now he just coaches the boys team. So, you know, he's done a great job here.
Right. He has kind of a 1-2 punch, you know, situation between Mike Gallo and Ian Degnan. They had, you know, Gallo had 15 kills last match, and, you know, Degnan has been consistently putting up, you know, 40, 50 assist games.
Yep.
I like to, you know, do a little bit of pandering through the broadcast. We're going to talk about some other West Warwick Wizard sports. The girls right now at River Point Senior Field, they're down 4-0.
Girls what sport?
Softball.
Yep.
They're down 4-0 to Barrington Varsity Lions. They've had a really tough bout about it.
Yeah, they've lost 2 in a row so far. And what inning is it in?
They're in the bottom of the 6th. I do have Game Changer, and I actually pay for it.
All right.
Which is really embarrassing. The bottom of the 6th. Right now, the girls are trying to get some runs up on the board. Charlotte Horwick is up to bat. She's down in the count 1-1.
Okay.
So she's neutral in the count 1-1.
And what was that score again?
4-0.
4-0, and they're in the bottom or the top of the 6th because they're
no, bottom of the 6th.
Because they're home.
They are at home. They're playing at River Point.
Okay.
You know, I had a conversation with Eric Rube, and one of the big things that he likes to highlight this year is that there's a lot of teams making silly mistakes. A lot of those mistakes are costing us runs. I'm seeing errors being made that are costing innings. And also to kind of gander over to the boys. The boys are having a great season. They had a great win against Moses Brown.
The baseball team.
The boys baseball team, yeah.
Yes.
They're having a great season.
Yeah, they had a great win over Division I Moses Brown, 8-5. And they're having a lot of games on the road. I think they only had 6 games at home. We will be covering them as soon as they come home again. And if they're in the playoffs, okay, well, they will be in the playoffs. And we'll be covering the home matches there.
And one of the things that's kind of frustrating me about Coach Grenier is he's not pitching Burt. We need Burt in a game.
Well, again, that's I think a lot of that's not up to him because St. John's
doesn't want to pitch him much.
St. John's has St. John's has a say in it too.
The one thing I will highlight about Burt, he's having a spectacular season at the plate. He is hitting amazingly. Now, you know, the one thing that I like to highlight about Burt, you know, besides pitching, the kid's a 6'2" pure athlete. He's got a great build. You know, I remember back when I tried out for the team back on my freshman year, and I suffered a very embarrassing cut first round. He was just great in tryouts. He's been great for the team. He had a great couple of games pitched through their championship run back in Division III, and he's been just a great wonder to have. Obviously, I think that, you know, Coach Grenier is trying to highlight the strength that he has in the bullpen. Michael Sabetta, who's a freshman, he's having a great year. Mason Hunt's having a good year on the mound. You know, throwing in some innings with Jackson Hole, Gonzalez. They're just having a great year. And I think the biggest thing that the Wizards have, you know, as an advantage, and that's advantageous to them, is that they're kind of the favorites. They beat Central, who, you know, conveniently we're playing Central right now. They beat Central, who beat them out of the playoffs last year. And I think that, you know, most importantly, one of the things that I did say is that a lot of our, you know, teams have a great chance to win a championship this year.
All right. Let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back here with boys volleyball on the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Volleyball. back at the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Volleyball. Wizards hosting the Knights of Central. And on the line, serving for Central, Kevin Mazer, a junior middle hitter.
And
go ahead, I'm sorry.
Also, one thing I just want to confirm, I spoke to one of the refs. Neil is the guy's name. He's a great guy. We had a great conversation.
Neil is who?
Neil is the director of the Interscholastic League for volleyball. I'm assuming boys and girls.
Okay. And Mazer is up. Wizards come across, and Central cannot return that one. And Daniel Colon had a hand on that one, but that went out of bounds. So Wizards quickly up here, 1-0. Ian Degnan on the line, goes over. Degnan with the set.
Sisson's going to kind of tap it over.
Yep, I got it. And nice save there by Central. Up, and that spike goes long by Osmana. So now it's tied up 1-1. Go ahead.
Something I want to highlight is that Mike Gallo is going to sit on the. Mike Gallo and Colin Kelly are going to be probably the first two to come off and substitute in for the Wizards.
Pablo Valdez Estrada served. And nice tap over by the Wizards. They're going to go up.
As I mentioned, here comes in Gallo. He's going to sub out for JT.
That should be 2-1 now. I don't know why they haven't put that up. So that should be 2-1. Osmana with the serve. Central coming up. Beautiful block up front. Degnan. And then Gallo taps it over. Nice kill by Gallo. And Julian Rogers, one of the Central players, had a hand in there, but they could not get it back over. So Michael Gallo, the volleyball player of the week.
For Providence Journal?
Yes.
Wow.
People in West Warwick voted. Osmana with the serve again. And that's a net. There's a call against West Warwick. I think it was a net call. And they gave West Warwick the point. They need to take that off, and it should be
4-2.
4-2. No, they got the wrong one. Should be 4-2. 4-2 Wizards. 4-2 Wizards. We almost have the right score. We probably do. Jordan Espino McCaffrey, our ace producer, has the right score. We are waiting for the scoreboard on here to have the right score. Degnan with a nice set. Kelly sends it right over. Colin Kelly with the kill. And that should be 5-2. Unless my math is wrong. What? It's 6-2. My math is wrong. This is why I teach English.
And right now, if you go to head over to Providence Journal, Colin Kelly's up there to get voted for Player of the Week.
All right. He was the MVP, I think, of that game in Westerly, of the match in Westerly.
Oh, that's probably one of the biggest things that they were looking for.
And that is wide. They have number 17, who's not on their roster here, so we'll have to get that.
It could be one of the two players.
Nice tap over. Okay. I think they had called a carry on Central. I'm sorry, Mike, I cut you off. 9-2 Wizards.
I'll try to look on the English Classic website, see if maybe.
Liam Sisson is on the line. Kelly again. Central's right there. Whoa! That is just long, but the Wizards are saying that somebody got a finger on it. But the ref has called it. That's a point for Central. And on the line for them right now is XL Putra. And Gallo. Another thunderous spike. That kid can hit this ball harder than I've ever seen it hit.
Yeah, 17 isn't on the roster.
So we will find out who mystery player 17 is. I had them review the roster before the game. But sometimes it happens, and that serve is long, unforced error. And so that's going to be a 10-4, good buddy. 10-4. West Warwick is up. And we have number 3, Daniel Colon on the line. He's a junior setter. Colin Kelly thumps that one over. Central comes back. And that one is going to be long by Pablo Valdez Estrada.
Just in between points here, just to summarize to our West Warwick listeners at home. We're going into the top of the 7th at the senior field at River Point, and it's a 4-4 tie.
Ooh.
Grace Gallo flied out at the end of the inning, but they made a comeback. I was watching.
4-4, and they could use this win.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. And Estrada with a cross-court kill. Very nice shot.
And also for our viewers at home, we will be covering the Coventry senior night game on Saturday.
Yep.
Coventry's Division I. They're having a mediocre year. They're about like we are, just below 500. I'm sure Eric White is amused that I'm talking about another sport when I'm talking about.
I think it's great. People need to know in Orange and Black Nation, Colin Kelly with the kill. People need to know what's going on. That was Jordan T-Way. Served that last exchange for Central.
He's trying to cement his case as a Providence Journal Boys Volleyball Athlete of the Year.
He is not doing anything to take away from that. That is for sure. Santi Saucedo, the libero, serving. Osmana with the spike. Osmana tips it over again. Back comes Central. Ooh, nicely placed. Nicely placed.
Eric White's doing a great job of a play-by-play. I'm happy.
Thank you. Kevin Mazer with that one. 12-6. West Warwick with a commanding lead, but the Central team not going away. Unforced error there. Those are the things that, as the season goes on, you hope you see less of. So it should be, no, they gave the guest a point. They should be giving West Warwick a point. There we go. And they got to take that 7 away. There we go. Degnan with the set. Saucedo, Osmana, and he hits it into his own net. Go ahead, Mike.
I can't tell who's doing the scoreboard over there. I see 2 West Warwick athletes and 2, I'm assuming, girls that are affiliated with the Central Volleyball team.
Yes. Well, it's not as easy. Sometimes the scoreboard doesn't cooperate, so I'm not going to blame them, even though at least one of them is in one of my English classes. But he shall remain nameless. It's not. It's a thankless job. It's a thankless job. We don't need to.
Looks like he's just sitting there with his headphones on, relaxing. He's chilling.
It could be. Well, so are we, but we're actually working. So, it looks like we got a timeout from Central. So we're going to keep it here because they were only giving a short timeout. Well, I'm going to try not to take commercial breaks unless we're in between sets. But this Central team, one of the things that Coach Malloy said about them was they're very fast. He thought this would be a good test for his team. So, want to give a shout out to our camera people. We've got Marcus Woodland Over here, sitting right behind us, he's on one camera. Jordan Espino McCaffrey, the ace producer.
And something that I want to highlight about Central is something you don't see a lot in high school sports is they have names on the back of jerseys, I'm assuming for the captains.
Yeah.
I kind of look down, look up, see who's captains, see who's not. Angel Cruz, Pablo Estrada, they all have names on the back of their jerseys to signify they're a captain.
Oh, I got a hand on that one, but.
And I got hit in the back.
Oh, sorry about that. Number 5, Castaneda gave me a thumbs up for, giving it a try. Thanks a lot. So, 14-7. Osmana serving. Ooh. And that Estrada, he's not that tall of a kid, but he's been pretty dangerous up front.
He really got up.
He did get up for that, and that was just a little low, sent it into his own net, but he's been a dangerous player so far this set. Osmana with the serve. Oh.
It's going to be an ace awarded to Alex Ozzie. Looked like a just sort of blunder there from number 5, Captain Steven
Castaneda.
Thanks for finishing my sentence.
You're welcome.
I would have said that name wrong.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. I went through the pronunciations with the coach before our time. Ooh. Whoa. And there's number 17, the player who has yet to be named. We'll find out who that is. With a nice kill. 16-8. Wizards still firmly in control. Angel Cruz, captain, is on the line.
There's 2 things I can guarantee in this life. Paying taxes and me saying every single person's last name wrong.
No. We're here to break you of that. That's out. Oh, Central is saying that West Warwick tapped it out. The officials disagreeing. So what happens here? The West Warwick keeps the serve. It's going to be point West Warwick. That ball was out, but Central was saying somebody touched it on the West Warwick side, but the man from up high says no. Kelly.
What a
beautiful kill. Yeah.
Kill from Kelly.
He is just getting better as the season goes on.
He had a really good year for basketball too.
Yes.
We just the team kind of collapsed because of sickness and a couple other things.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I will say is that these West Warwick teams have been having injuries really bad. Like
knock on wood. Yeah.
Not to jinx it, but I've kind of seen it among the year that we've had a couple of injuries that have just cost us.
XL Putra, number 10 on the line. Beautiful block by Kelly up front. Oh, there he is. Estrada, nice kill.
Because as of right now, I can think of 2 athletes injured. Bryce Principe has inflammation in the right shoulder, and then Jack Prude tore something in his elbow. I'm pretty sure little Tommy John UCL, and he's going to be out for the year. And he's just coming off an injury that he sustained over the summer while playing baseball.
It's tough. I think when you get those shoulder and elbow injuries, because
especially as a pitcher.
Yeah. Ethan Pereira serving for the Wizards. Degnan sets it up. Gallo with the kill. And just like that, Wizards up 20-9.
Something I can say about that serve, it kind of looks like if you ever watch baseball, a knuckleball has no spin on it. It literally went straight, just no spin, no curve, no nothing.
Exactly. I've always been fascinated with the knuckleball pitch, and that one goes into the net, an unforced error. 20-10 Wizards. The knuckleball pitch, it's feast or famine. Tim Wakefield, the great Red Sox pitcher. I mean, some nights he was unhittable, but then other nights, if you catch that knuckleball, and since it's not spinning, it's a home run.
Right.
A little miscommunication there from Central.
And the thing, because it's such an off-speed pitch, is that if you don't perfect how to throw it, it comes in at like a 50-mile-per-hour meatball.
Yeah.
Any Major League Baseball hitter is going to take that as like a cage feed homer.
Jaden Tao, number 5, on the line for the Wizards, up 21-10, looking to close out this first set.
Jaden Tao is the younger brother of Jeremy Tao, who graduated last year. Was he a volleyball athlete? I think he was track.
Yeah. All right. Oh, they put the That's a point for, that should be a point for
Central, right?
Central.
Should be 12-21.
21-12. That's an old Rush album, 21-12. Did you know that?
I can't tell if you're trying to make me feel young
No.
or make yourself feel old.
I don't know. Rush going out on tour again, even though drummer Neil Peart passed away, I think it was last year. They have a new female drummer. I have not heard her, but I'd like to get tickets for that, but I'd probably have to take a mortgage out of my house.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
22-11.
It's kind of like how Queen started touring when Freddie Mercury died. They started touring with this new kid who was on, I can't remember the show he was on, Adam something.
You know, but you know, you can replace a drummer more easily than the lead singer, especially Freddie Mercury.
Oh, he's still easily the greatest lead singer of all time.
Oh, and that's a point, West Warwick, 23-11. You know that's because you can always argue about who's the best, but Freddie Mercury, boy, could he sing! He could sing. He could sing opera. He could sing rock.
You know who surprisingly has a really good singing voice, who isn't like a kind of well-known like celebrity singer, is Jack Black. Jack Black has a great voice.
Yeah, he's very good. Did you see Saturday Night Live the other night when Jack Black was hosting and Jack White was the musical guest?
I think so, yeah.
It was just a case of black and white. Set point here, and it's over. So 24-12 on the line for Central, Kevin Mazer.
And coming in is the mysterious number 17.
Yes.
I'm gonna try checking like max preps, see if they have it on
Actually, let's see if we can just check over there. Okay, serve, Degnan with the set, and that Aiden Koo, a junior, with the kill. 25-12. West Warwick comes out on top in set one. We're going to take a break here in the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Volleyball. And we are back. Eric White, Mike Dennis. Wizards making quick work of the Central Knights in set one. Winning that one 25-12. And we found out who the mystery player is. Aaron Romano is number 17. So we had him down as number 19 here. We found out. Got to the bottom of the story as usual here on West Warwick TV. So the team switching sides on your computer screen or television, wherever you're watching this.
Or phone.
Or phone.
The thing that Steve Alf hates the most.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm close behind him in my hatred during school hours of phones. And so Wizards on the left, Central on the right. We've got Jaden Dion and Jack Hernandez on camera number 2 over here. And
oh wait,
yeah, go ahead.
Just to summarize what happened at River Point Senior Softball Field, Barrington Varsity Eagles took a win over our Kent County co-op.
Oh.
It was a 6-4 game. Just to summarize kind of what happened as I look at the recap, Maya Etheridge from Barrington hit a homer in the left field, scoring 2 runs. Sophia Morera, who's our fearless catcher behind the plate, catching either one of the 2 of the Eddy sisters or Reagan Mata or Bryce Pinsu, she comes back. She went 4 for 4 on the day. And it was kind of a tough game for the Wizards. Gave up a lot of hits. And similarly speaking, from the opposing side, they also gave up a lot of hits. They hit 8, we hit 13, but we just weren't able to make it happen.
You know, that's better, Mike, because, you know, in the last 2 games before this one, they scored 1 run, the Wizards did. So, you know, at least they're putting up some offense, they're showing some fight, and that's, you know, something at this point in the season you like to see. And we're going to be there Saturday for, I think it's senior night. It was planned to be senior night.
Yes, Jackie said it is senior
It is.
night. Yes.
Okay, Coach Jackie, our reliable source for information. And she also taught with me for 1 or 2 years. So, you know, the fact that she could make it through that.
Jackie's amazing with the girls. Same thing with Brian.
Well, you know, she played, and it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't too long ago that she played, you know, and Coach Palazzo, you know.
Yeah, and Palazzo has not won a state championship since 2003 when they had 7 Pro-Jo All-Staters.
Wow.
It was the DeLuca sisters. No idea who they are, but John said they were great softball
players. They may be listening right now. If you're listening, congratulations to you.
Probably long gone.
But
Rhode Island's.
No. Well, are you kidding? A lot of people still stick around.
That's true.
And plus, you can get YouTube in any state. We have people listening in Puerto Rico, watching in Puerto Rico sometimes we've had, you know. All right, Degnan to serve. Wizards up 1-0. Central looking to come back, make a fight of this. They have won 6 straight coming in. Oh, and a great kill by the aforementioned Aaron Romano, number 17. And Central up 1-0 just like that.
And just kind of, just before the first set, I kind of said a comment to Mr. White that.
Oh, they're calling a carry on the Wizards. And Central up 2-0. Go ahead, Mike.
One thing I said before is we didn't have a big crowd, and it was a big crowd. Probably about 50 people, including the 7 West Warwick High School TV employees, if you want to call it that.
They may call themselves indentured servants, but they're getting a grade and a gift card for this, so, you know. Bradley Barona.
And we got to go to Boston. That was pretty cool.
I mean, Alex Osmena serving. Oh.
I also want to give a thanks over the air to Mr. White. He let us go to Boston with him. We went to Boston University for New England Scholastic Press Association.
Yes.
Met a lot of great people, networked, did my thing.
Yep.
Took a lot of stupid pictures.
Yep.
Had great times with the crew.
Ooh, excellent there. Liam Sisson with a nice block. 3-2, West Warwick up. And yes, it was a beautiful day up there, Boston University School of Communication. And that was my first time bringing students up there, and we are going every year unless they tell me I can't go. And then we're probably still going anyway. Or I retire. That's probably 9-10 years off if I'm still breathing. And, you know, so we're all tied up at 3 here, and that was good. And I also have to give you props, young Mike Dennis, because I told you on air that you were wrong about something. You were actually right. After this play, I will tell you. Excel Putra serving. It's all tied up here at 3, and that one goes into the net.
And that was very short-lived.
Ooh. We were talking about the great Bill Russell, the center for the Boston Celtics, won 11 championships in 13 years as a player and player coach. I said he was 6'7", and you said, no, he's 6'10", and I said, you're wrong, but you were right. I looked it up.
You also didn't believe that, you know, He wasn't originally drafted by the Celtics. He was drafted by the St. Louis Hawks.
Yeah.
He was traded for an endorsement in Broadway play. If I'm not mistaken, that was a story that I heard when I was a kid.
And I thought, are you getting this mixed up with the Babe Ruth trade? But no, you're not. Degnan with the set. Kelly with
you're right.
kill.
It was the Babe Ruth trade that was the Broadway, right?
No, Nanette. Yes.
Okay,
yes,
you're right.
Okay.
So no, it was just Ed McConney and then Cliff Hagan. You were right. I forgot.
Okay,
it was one of the Boston.
You getting
legends.
your Boston. Yeah, it's tough. There's a number of that was a Boston stupid trade because we didn't win a thing from 1918 to 2004. But who's counting? Degnan with the set, and that's going to be point Wizards. Kill by Gallo.
And a fun question I'd like to ask Mr. White: what is your favorite sports moment of all time? I have mine, and I'll give them to him after the set.
Ethan Pereira, nice low serve. Nice save by Central, putting that back together. Santi setting that up. Kelly tipping it right over. Really excellent job. My favorite sports moment has to be the Red Sox in 2004 coming back from down 3-0 to the Yankees and going to the World Series. It was beautiful. And it couldn't have come, and it came at the expense of our arch rival.
Now, obviously,
Ooh,
we're
beautiful.
Boston fans, but my favorite moment is when 76ers and Lakers played back in '80, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar went down with ankle injury. He came back. He played a hell of a game. Next game in Game 6, Magic Johnson scored 43 as a rookie, playing center as 6'9" against 2 7-footers, Chocolate Thunder, and I can't think of the other guy. And stole a ring away from the great Dr. Julius Erving.
Yeah. Who went to UMass with Al Skinner, who would go on to coach URI when I was down there years ago. Central coming back. And that one just goes over. Estrada tipped that one, and it went just over the left line by about 6 inches.
And I think the biggest thing that I tell that story a lot to a lot of the athletes that I'm friends with that go to this school. And I tell them that anything is possible. Nobody saw Magic doing what he could do without Kareem. Nobody saw him even getting.
He was amazing.
No one saw it going as far as it did without Kareem.
Well, a great kill by Estrada right there, who's had a hell of a game so far. He's pulled his team to within 1 point at 8-7. Now something else. Magic Johnson, awful talk show host. Fantastic player, and he's also part owner of the LA Dodgers, the world champion LA Dodgers.
Yeah, Magic is kind of between him and Stephen Curry as debated as the greatest point guard ever. I personally take Magic. I think being as tall as he was.
He invented the triple-double.
Yeah, being as tall as he was and just as dominant as he was.
It should be 9. It should be 9-7, I believe now. Oh. And that was a spike by Romano. Yep. And now it's 9-8.
Good thing we know his name right now, because we would have just been like, spike from who?
From the player to be named. You know that in trades, a player to be named later. Oh, excellent fake out by Degnan. And Romano again. 2 in a row. Tying it up at 9.
So or like the band, The Who and The Who, right? Isn't there The Who and Who? The band.
The band, The Who. I don't think there's a band called Who, is there?
I think there is. I don't know. I'm stepping way out of my.
Yeah, I don't think so.
My age.
Oh, I think he's calling that. Yeah, he called that for Central because it went off of the roof. I don't know if that's how they usually call that, but whatever.
That's
Estrada.
Kind of that's like a home gym kind of disadvantage because not a lot of gyms have that divider in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, Romano, at this time, it's way long by at least 3 feet. So 10-10, we're tied up. Central making a much better run of it in this set.
They're taking
Degnan on the line.
They're taking advantage of the Central Michael Gallo. if you want to call them that. Two very similar styles of play. Jump up as high as you can, smack the ball as high as hard you can, and get a kill.
11-10, Wizards lead. That one goes long.
And it kind of reminds me of the big call that I said last game was that Ian Degnan and Mike Gallo were like Blake Griffin and Chris Paul back in the 2010s when they used to just throw it up and dunk it every single time.
Angel Cruz, captain at the line. Degnan with the set. And that ball goes out. Wizards point. Osmana will serve for West Warwick. They're up by a point in a much closer set than the first one was.
And the thing I want to credit with, the one thing we saw when they played against South Kingstown is that Ozzy has a great low serve that barely swerves over the net.
Spike by, I believe that was Estrada again. 12-12, Central not going away here. And on the line for the Knights is Putra. And we are ready, all tied up here in set number 2.
Way closer than the first set.
Absolutely. Degnan with the spike. With the set, Gallo taps it over, and Central, can they save it? They do. Excellent volley. Gallo taps it over again, but I think they called him for a carry here, the Wizards. So Central up by 1.
And I think that Central's taking advantage of one of the biggest Wizard disadvantages. I always like to, kind of look at pros and cons. The Wizards don't play good, after the serve if it comes back around the second time on defense. And Central is playing that.
That was
perfectly.
in. Yeah.
Now, obviously, the Wizards, they're the first seed, so they're doing something that's working, and they're scoring a lot off of the first opportunity.
Santi Saucedo sitting down. Michael Gallo and Kelly back in. Ooh. And that one is out. Jordan Teway, a senior outside hitter, had that about 6 inches out. So West Warwick up by 1 again. Back comes Central. Teway again.
Hits it back out.
Hits it out again.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the cons of hitting it as hard as you can is that you don't know where the ball's going to go. So kind of tapping it over or, doing a kind of medium thing where you tap it and smack it at the same time is way better.
Oop. Excellent number.
I apologize, Mr. Way. I'm interrupting all of his play-by-play.
Daniel Colon, number 3, with the kill there. And Wizards up by a point. Colon on the line. Kelly taps it right over, finds a weak spot up front. Just like that, Wizards up by 2 again. And Ethan Pereira is going to the line. So right here is where, this has been a tough set, but if somebody is going to make a run, here is the place to do it, and that's not how you do it. Ethan sent that one into the net, unforced error.
That's kind of one of the biggest advantages we have is literally just Colin Kelly. The fact of his height and reach is he can just jump over barely and still be able to recover back on defense.
Yep.
Because of how tall he is, he gets right back to the ground. Comparative to when Michael Gallo goes up to try to get the kill, he's not as tall as Kelly is, and he doesn't get back to the ground as quick and into defensive
and he can
position.
get back up. So we've got Osmana. No, that's not Osmana. Sorry. Jaden Tao
there you go.
is on the line. 17-15 Wizards, and third
net violation.
Third. Right, Coach Malloy saying, "Get your heads into this." The third straight net serve between the two teams. 17-16, Wizards still up, and that one is out.
And the refs are gonna debate.
And they're calling the linesman in, saying they thought it was out. Okay. So point Wizards. Wizards up 16-18.
And that's the one thing I can say about different sports and umpiring or officiating.
Yeah.
You know, umpires for volleyball are typically a little bit younger than like softball. Softball are very stern and stubborn umpires.
Santi Saucedo on the line. Wizards save it. Whoa. And again, Pablo Valdez Estrada making a statement.
Looks like he just committed felony assault the way he hit
He-
Santiago with the ball. Wow.
He's not that tall, and boy, is he a good player. He really is. And he's hurt the Wizards up front tonight, especially. And Estrada was on the line to serve. Wizards return. And Steven Castaneda, captain, got a hand on that one, but bumped it out of bounds. So Wizards up by 2 once again. Ian Degnan on the line, trying to put the Wizards up by 3. Ooh.
I think that
Angel Cruz.
That was one of the loudest kills all day. That was just.
And Angel Cruz, number 4, made that kill and now is on the line to try to draw his team even. So this is a close second set, just like the one down in Westerly that the Wizards won. Ooh. Santi tried to save that one. It looked like a little bit of a miscommunication with the Wizards. I wouldn't be surprised to see Coach Malloy call a timeout somewhere in here.
I'd say if they get this, he might call a timeout.
Saucedo puts it up. Wizards get it back over, and that one is way out. So the Wizards will be up 20-19. Oh, they put the 20 up on the guest side. That should be our side, right?
Was it top?
Oh no, actually all right, it is. It was some call. So they are up 20-19. Nice save by the Wizards. Central coming back. Oh. I think that was a net call on Central.
And
Romano, thunderous attempted a kill there, and we're tied at 20. And speaking of 20, number 20, Alex Osmena on the line. And remember, you got to win by 2. So a game like this could go back and forth indefinitely until somebody wins by 2. Wizards up by 1 right now. And this is everything, Mike. This is a whole different match. If Central comes back and wins this, it's 1-1. It's a whole different, sets the tone for the match. And if the Wizards go up 2-0, then it's a whole different feel. This second set is so important. There we go with that kill. Wizards up by 2. We got a timeout going here. We're going to keep it here.
And I think it's going to be a timeout Central.
Yep.
And Mr. White is going to stick to his guns, and he's not going to go commercial break.
I'm not going to go commercial. We're not doing it. Not right here.
We just saw Mr. Gallo trot in.
Yes, Mr. Gallo, father of Michael Gallo.
Ava Gallo
and Ava Gallo and Grace Gallo. All 3 of them. This is their last year in the high school together because, is it Grace that's graduating? Or Ava?
And also
which one of them is graduating?
Ava's 26, Grace is 28, and then Mike is 28. They're all a year apart.
So, yeah, and Mr. Jim Alves, our athletic director, is here.
He probably just came from softball.
He came, he actually, his 2 sons were playing 2 different sports, and there was softball. So he was all over the place.
Dad of the year,
again.
Dad of the year.
Yeah. Oh! Romano, who has been so dangerous from the net tonight, mishits that one.
He kind of like tomahawk chopped it right off his forearm. It was weird.
Osmena again, and that one mishandled by T-Way. And right here, Wizards on the verge of winning a second straight set. Osmena, set point. Oh, and he gave that. That was a net call. Wizards win this second set 25-20. So that was much closer, much more contested than the first set.
And both teams kind of made like slight silly mistakes.
Yeah.
Central made a couple of mistakes that cost them a couple of points near the end of the match, which is something you don't want to do, especially in a close. Wizards go up 2-0. Now they have a chance to close it out.
So we're going to take a break here on the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Volleyball. We'll be right back. And welcome back, Eric White, Mike Dennis, and a gym full of happy Wizards fans as the orange and black go up 2-0 on visiting Central. Central's on the left side of your screen, Wizards on the right side. Wizards trying for a second straight sweep. They went down and swept second place Westerly a couple of days ago. And here they're doing the same to Central, although this last set, much closer, right, Mike?
Oh, yeah. The first set, we saw a lot of just pure domination from the Wizards. Coming into the second set, Central came to fight, and they fought.
Yeah, they did.
But unfortunately, they just didn't hold through to the end. They made a lot of errors in the very, very late half of the end of the set, and they gave it up.
And both teams did not play their best in that set. And, but Central is a scrappy team. They're fast. And this is one Coach Josh Malloy thought would be a very good test for his team, and they certainly are. They did not come here. They didn't come here just to lay down. And, of course, they winning 6 straight, even if, not against the greatest teams, but they have beaten a couple of good teams. Winning 6 straight is not easy in Division II. So here we go. Pablo Valdez Estrada on the line and sends that one into the net. Wizards up by 1 before they even touch the ball. Ian Degnan, number 11, to serve for the Wizards. Beautiful block by Pereira. Oh, and that was in.
It looked like it was out.
I thought it was out.
They awarded Central the point. We won't argue with the officiating. He can see it a lot better than we can.
He can. Cruz to serve, and
miscommunication from the Wizards defense right there. JT hit it, and Pereira just wasn't there to cover him.
Yep. Cruz serving again. Degnan with the set. And Pereira with the kill, tying it up at 2. And Pereira's a nice player. You know, he's coming in. He's not, you know, he's not Kelly. He's not Gallo. But he's there, and he's been solid.
So obviously kind of looking ahead to the future, are we?
Because he's a junior. Pretty good soccer player, too.
He's a junior?
I believe so. Pereira? Let's see. Yes, he is a senior.
Yeah, I was going to say.
See, I had him, and I thought it was last year, but forgot to take my dementia medication today. I guess.
So looking ahead to the future, is there anybody specific you'd like to interview?
Well,
you're the guy.
We'll see. I think we got to get Kelly over here to talk about the last game and this game.
All right.
You know, so.
I think we got to do somebody besides Degnan, because I think I want to get.
And Degnan's dad, Matt, who I went to high school with back at Cranston West, is here. Back come the Wizards. Nice tap over by Gallo. Doesn't happen. Degnan with the set. Pereira sends it over. Back comes Central. And that kill attempt by number 25, Kevin Mazer, a bit long. So the Wizards up by a point here.
It looks like they're trying to just tap it over the arms of Colin Kelly.
Lucas Martin's in. I think this is his first appearance, and he's serving. Oh.
And he comes right out.
Yeah, he comes in. He's one of those specialists, I think, that they bring in once in a while to serve. And then they come out. Right now, Daniel Colon to serve for Central. Degnan with the set. Kelly.
What are they going to?
I think they called a double hit.
Yep.
They called a double hit, and that's Wizards point. And Pereira is on the line.
I think to mix it up, if we do an interview, we got to ask a fun question. Something not even sport, school, nothing related.
Yeah, they're calling a carry on number 25, Mazer.
You know what I think I'm going to ask? I think I'm going to ask the same exact question I asked them to you. Favorite sports moment of all time.
Let's ask the good questions first. I mean, not that's the good question, but
fun question, you know?
Fun question. Hey, you know something? Saturday is going to be the day when we're doing softball, is the day before Mother's Day. So I think maybe I challenge my media broadcasting pathway students. Maybe we get a couple of the young ladies on camera to say thanks to Mom. And we play that during the game. What do you think?
Young ladies from your broadcasting or softball?
No, from softball. We get a couple of the players on camera. Mom, thank you for putting up with me for all these years.
Are we going to be doing senior night coverage?
Yeah, we're going to be there for senior night, so we'll be doing both. Mother's Day, senior night, it's all here. Degnan with the set, Kelly with the kill.
How would you want to do that after the game, or we'll get something like?
No, we pre-record it and we play them during the commercial breaks. Different girls looking into the camera saying, "Mom, happy Mother's Day."
Works for me.
I think it's great. It's just going to take some effort on the part of my students. So I will put that together, and we'll have them do it. I think that wouldn't that be great?
That'd be amazing. A little bit of the problem.
Whoa!
We can't really get like half of the team's recordings because they don't go to our school. So maybe you think we could do it on game day, which kind of.
No. Well, I think we can. We can. I've got connections over at Tollgate, and plus everybody has a phone.
That's true.
Well, most people. 8-6 Wizards and Estrada.
Now, if you want,
again with a kill.
If you want, when I go to CTC one of these next couple of days,
you could do that.
I could go talk to the principal and ask her if she could pull a couple of kids out.
Yes.
I'll do it like Friday. Perfect.
We'll see.
I think they have a pep rally on Friday.
Kevin Mazer is on the line. Wizards up 9-6. you going to get your mother something for Mother's Day?
I already did.
Good.
I won't spoil it in case she's watching.
Good. All right. Oh, that was barely in. Very nice serve. 8-8. Just like that. Central's coming back.
Yeah, here we
We
go.
are not surprised. You see, Mike, I have to get something for my mother and also for my wife. You know, so it's like double duty. You can't, if you forget, you can't forget that stuff.
Nope.
Anniversaries, birthdays, Mother's Day.
Yeah, so when I go to CTC tomorrow, I will talk to the principal and see what
we can get the. Let's see if we can get that together. Yes.
Oh, of course.
Santi Saucedo with the serve. Wizards up by 1. Back comes Central.
I could go. I have an off day this week, so I think if my off day is one of the days that they would practice, I go to the practice too. We'll see.
Excellent job by Romano, the kill. Now Pablo Valdez Estrada on the line. He's been dangerous, especially up front. And JT just could not get a handle on that one. And just like that, the Knights up. But I don't think they've been up by more than 1, maybe 2 points this whole night. So if they're going to make a run, it's got to be here. Ooh. Excellent block by Degnan. And just like that, Wizards back in it.
I'm going to try to stop interrupting the play-by-play.
That's I was going to say that's all right, but you're growing into your own as a broadcaster. You're doing a great job. Just don't speak while I'm talking. No, I'm just kidding. Central comes back. Oh, it's long. Wizards up by 1.
Fun fact, Mr. White sends me scathing emails after every game saying what I do a horrible job. I'm just kidding.
I call it tough love. I don't know if the judge would agree, but hey. Yeah. Romano, nice. Oh, and I got the ball. Romano with a very nice kill there, tying it up at 11.
That is not I got the ball. That's, I waited for the ball to come to my hands.
I waited for the ball to come to my hand. I got a hand on that other one, but, you know.
It smacked me in the back.
I'm not as svelte and athletic as I used to be.
I'm going to have to throw in a little workman's comp claim to Mr. Alves. He's going to pay me.
Central comes back. Romano again. Ooh, he's been dangerous, too. Both him and Estrada up front. And Romano's a much bigger kid. You know, much taller. Romano, you know, not that tall, but also dangerous up front. He's got one heck of a vertical leap. So we got a timeout here. Did you see who called that one, Mike? I think it was, Coach Malloy.
I'm going to assume it was. I mean,
Coach Malloy.
Usually timeouts are when you're it's a close set and you're just making plays that you don't want to make, or it's,
or you're trying to kill victory. You're trying to kill the momentum of the other team, because right now, I mean, it doesn't show it on the scoreboard, but Central definitely has the momentum, and I think Coach Malloy wants to get his team to a point where they don't let up that third set. You got to put your foot on the neck of this of a team and close it out like they did in Westerly, you know. But it's difficult to sweep a team. This is not a bad team. This is a good team, and they're playing in an away gym, and they're not intimidated.
And in the away gym, they have pretty much their head to the door, and they're trying to keep out the door.
Yeah. Cruz with the serve. Pereira with the tap over. Romano with yet another kill. The senior middle hitter has been dangerous up front for the Wizards.
And a key substitution just happened. Mike Gallo is going to come in. Let's see if he can make some change happen.
So Gallo's in. Is that JT that just sat down, I believe?
Yep.
For Gallo to come in. Gallo with the bump. Set by Degnan. Over by Osmena. Oh. And that was a block by the Wizards, but it went out. And that Jordan T-Way with the spike. And they're up 14-11. This is their biggest lead of the match, and unforced error. Ooh. Angel Cruz, the captain, who's played very well tonight.
Ozzy could give the Wizards a chance to shift momentum. That's what they need badly.
Yeah, that's what they, that's why Coach Malloy called that timeout, to stop the momentum, and you got to take advantage of that. Oh, beautiful spike.
Went out.
Yeah, but it did go out. I thought that looked into me, but what do I know?
You got to wonder, is Malloy comfortable? He's up 2-0.
Yeah.
Do you think he's comfortable?
I don't think he's ever comfortable. I know him fairly well. I don't think he's comfortable until the game until the match is over. Saucedo with the serve. Oh. T-Way giving no leeway on that shot.
I'm hearing a lot of, I just yawned horribly. I'm hearing a lot of just sound come off the ball and hands at this match.
These are two teams that know how to thump it, that's for sure. So Central up by 2. A beautiful serve, just barely gets over the net. Gallo doing what he does best.
Hey, he gets up there too.
The kill by Gallo brings the Wizards to within a point, and in comes Martins again to serve.
Just having a little bit of friendly, playful banter with their Scholastic League's director of volleyball, Neil. What's his last name?
Colin Kelly got a hand on that one, and it went out. So Central up by 2 again. Daniel Colon to serve for Central. Degnan with a great fake out, taps it over. Now he sets it for Kelly, who taps it right over. Central does a great job of saving it and sending it back. Degnan sets it up. Gallo with the spike.
And they're gonna see. It looked like it went in. I think it went in. We're gonna see.
Okay.
And they're gonna award.
They're gonna award the Wizards the point. 16-15 Central, and Ethan Pereira on the line, number 10 for the Wizards. Bless you. And T-Way with a beautiful cross-court spike, putting his team up by 2 again.
He's getting up there. He's jumping.
I mean, Central is just refusing to let up here. So Steven Castaneda, captain, number 5, is on the line for Central. Degnan sets it, but it looked like he was going to set it, but a nice fake there. Kelly with the kill.
And Eric White gets the ball again.
I got the ball again.
It's like the infamous Celtics call. Havlicek stole the ball.
This doesn't count as a workout, though, unfortunately.
And they're going to review it again.
They're going to review that one. They're going to say it went off of Central. Okay, and that is point Wizards. Now it is all tied up. It is all tied up.
Wizards
So
got to look.
Kevin Mazur was heading over there to serve, but they are not serving. Michael Gallo is serving. Jump serve and a little long. So that unforced error puts up Central by a point, and Mazur is going to serve right now.
He kind of looked like Michael Jordan as he had his tongue out.
Beautiful save by the Wizards. Oh, wait. Oh, he's calling it. The ref called a double hit. So, Central up by 2. Mazur on the line again. Nice low serve over the net. Degnan sets. Osmena comes with the kill attempt. No good. Oh! Mazur just kicked it over with his foot.
And they're going to review it again.
And they're saying it's
Central point.
the Central point because that one was out. That looked like a great kill from here, but I couldn't see whether it was in. So Central up 20-17 here in this third set. And Kevin Mazur just kicked it with the top of his foot over the net, which sometimes that happens. It is legal.
And they're playing a lot of end of point defense. And
Kelly with the kill. Block attempt no good by Central. Go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
Central is playing a lot of this late point defense, and they're just not biting. They're recovering amazingly.
Saucedo with the serve. Back comes Central. Oh. Degnan with the serve. And Osmana with the kill attempt. Nice recovery by Central. Oh. And Gallo saved that one. Osmana trying to kill. And that goes out, and Central gets that point. 21-18 Knights.
Wizards are making Central work these points, and they're just outworking them.
Yep.
Making the hustle plays.
Pablo Valdez Estrada.
It looks like I'm looking like a team of full of Josh Harts. You wouldn't understand that reference.
No?
Dennis Rodman.
Oh, okay.
Hustle.
There we go. Ooh. Angel Cruz with the kill there. And Coach Malloy calls a timeout. We're going to keep it right here, 22-18.
It's kind of funny. Cruz got so hyped that he smacked himself in the face and his glasses fell off into his hand and he trotted off the court. It was kind of funny.
Well, who hasn't done that from time again? Well, no, I've never done that actually, but yeah.
Momentum's in Central's favor here.
Absolutely. This is their set to lose. And there's been some close calls.
And most of them are going in the Wizards' favor, too.
Central has out-hustled the Wizards in this set so far.
100%.
We've had some great play from Cruz and from Estrada and also Romano.
And Cruz was so hyped. Glasses came off. He kind of looks like when Bruce Banner returned into the whole little Marvel reference.
Oh, now you're going retro. Okay. Actually, that's not so much. Because of all the newer movies and stuff. I remember the original one when it came out. I think it was 77. But anyway.
I remember when
Estrada. Who played the Hulk?
Right now?
No. Originally.
No idea.
The bodybuilder who played the Hulk. Yeah, you know who it is. You're going to feel like a fool when you don't guess.
No idea.
Lou Ferrigno.
All I know is the new guy, and I can't even remember his name, so that doesn't say much.
This is before CGI. Lou Ferrigno was actually
a
great bodybuilder. Up comes Central.
Now it's Mark Ruffalo, who's a great actor.
Yeah. Oh. And Central up 23. Degnan tried to get that one over, couldn't quite do it. And Central is put another nail in the coffin here in this second set. 23-18, Estrada on the line. Nice low serve. West Warwick recovers, mishandles it, but recovers. Ooh. Angel Cruz with a thunderous cross-court kill. And just like that, we're at set point.
I'm hearing a lot of hype coming from the Central side. They only have like 8 people in their stands, and they're making up 90% of the noise in this gymnasium.
Right now they are. Osmana gets it over off the set from Degnan.
What a block by Martin.
Very good. Degnan with the set.
Yeah, that's going to do it. That was way out. Yep. I'm sorry, that was way out. Central's fighting. They're fighting.
So Central wins set 3, 25-18. We're going to take a break here in the Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Volleyball. All right, and we are back. Mike Dennis, Eric White, and Central has won its first set. They would not go away in that third set. And West Warwick up 2-1, trying to put it away here. Central riding a 6-match win streak. So, you know, we knew they wouldn't be easy. And they certainly fought back in that set, would not go away, took a lead halfway through, and really held on to it, did not let go. Mr. Jim Alves coming to check in on us. So, looks like Wizards will be serving. Ian Degnan, number 11, with the serve. See if the Wizards will can hold it together here to get it back together.
To have a talk with Grace Gallo after a tough loss against Barrington.
Yep. Grace Gallo, still in the softball uniform, coming here to watch brother Mike and the West Warwick Wizards. Mike's sitting on the bench right now. They're resting him a bit.
And that's strategic as well, because jumping as high as hitting as hard as he is isn't sustainable, and Malloy knows that.
Oh. Yep, that was tapped out, so Wizards will go up 1-0. Degnan still on the line. And that one's long.
Serve. Mistakes are costing points. A lot of mistakes.
Yeah, you don't want those unforced errors, and both teams have made them tonight. And especially, you want to cut down on those the deeper into the season you go, because it will cost you in the playoffs. Ooh. West Warwick again. Alex Osmena with the kill there, and he is going to be on the line.
Athletic director Jim Alves going to throw it to Degnan, and Degnan's going to throw it to Ozzy.
He's an athletic dude. He was on the best football team we ever had here back in '83, I think it was. Whoa, nice save. Oh.
I don't know.
That was Romano with the kill.
That would have been heavily debated if we beat that South Kingstown team 2 years ago.
No,
we beat Middletown.
They beat Hendricken.
No, that's true.
They beat Hendricken.
They were D1,
straight
right?
up. Yes. There was no D1, but they were the best two teams in the state. And that one is long by Angel Cruz. Yeah, that was Tommy Garrick, who would go on to the NBA, was on that team. Doug Haynes, who went on to URI, was on that team. Jim Alves was on that team. Whoa!
That was the year that Steve won New England's for wrestling, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that's the year after.
84?
Yeah. No. That the 83. I think Steve graduated in 82, I believe, or maybe 80.
He graduated in 84.
Okay, then this was the 83 team. I don't think so. Well, we'll ask. All right. They were a year apart, that I know. All right. Degnan sets. Kelly with the spike, and Kelly comes up again. But back comes Central. Kelly up again. And Degnan sets it back. Back comes Kelly. Back comes Central. Ooh. And
Central's going to fight through that. And
Jordan T-Way sent that one long, but he's been another player here that has made things very difficult on the Wizards. Liam Sisson on the line. Nice low serve. 5-2 Wizards up. Gallo, and then Kelly. All right, I think he's called a double hit on Central. And Central calls a timeout with the Wizards up 6-2. This, Mike, I think this is just what the Wizards needed coming out of that third set.
They needed the commanding lead, yeah.
And to set the tone here. So, yeah, not the biggest crowd. We got a lot of people. Got a lot of people on our Wizard side of the stand. Not so many on the. This is supposed to be the Central side of the stand, but it seems most of their fans are sitting behind them over there.
Most of their fans are just junior varsity players that aren't playing on the varsity side.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens. Is you'll see like kids that go to the school sit behind the bench and they'll cheer with the team.
Some coaches don't like that. But some coaches don't mind it, you know. I mean, especially on the road, I think it can help you.
Oh yeah.
I know
100%.
when I coached soccer with Coach Richard Grenny, who's an excellent coach overall, we always had problems at home getting our team to focus. You know, when the fans were too close.
But on the away team, it also gives you like kind of sense of security knowing that you have people there, even if
people
you traveled.
with you. Yep. So the libero, Excel Putra, serving for Central. They're down 6-3.
That's also one of the best things that I will credit to Dr. Kristen Hinson is she's so much Wizards pride she has for only being here for 3 years.
Yeah.
The fan buses especially. I mean, there was a group of like 60 kids when the boys last year, the boys basketball team went to the AMP, and there was like a huge, there was 2 fan buses.
Last school year, yeah.
It was crazy.
6-4, Wizards up, but Central threatening, and that is an unforced error by Putra.
And
Wizards up 7-4, and Ethan Pereira is on the line.
And I'm certain if we go to Rick this year with this team that she'll orchestrate another bus.
Yeah.
We would love an Interscholastic League endorsement.
And Wizards up 8-4. Pereira at the line. That last one returned by Central went out. Pereira with the serve.
Oh my God.
Ooh. T-Way with the kill attempt. Wizards there to block. 9-4. Orange and black are up.
It looks like he almost got his head as high as the ref. He jumped.
Yeah, T-Way's another one. He's not quite 6 feet, but he's got quite a vertical leap. Oh, that one just barely went over. Fantastic serve, and T-Way with a great shot. Gallo bumps it over. Back comes Central. T-Way again. He is blocked by Kelly and Degnan. And great save by Pereira. Degnan with the set. Gallo with the kill.
And there it is. There's the momentum, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, too. People of all genders. That is momentum.
I was trying to roll it off the tongue. I also want to give a shout out, speaking about athleticism, to one of my close friends, Zach Morgan. He broke his own record and the school record, and he's first in the state in high jump. He jumped a 6.7.5. 6 feet.
Hold on. Actually, his coach did email me about that. I've got the exact height. So Zach Morgan, who's a junior now, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll get to that in a moment. Degnan with the set. Gallo taps it over, and Central, what a comeback, what a volley here. And Kelly says that's enough. And makes the kill.
He's neck and neck with all-state athlete Jalen Mosley. Jalen Mosley had a great tenure at the New Balance Nationals. Obviously, give him a shout because he's a Rhode Island athlete, you know, besides Lisa Ray, who won a national championship in my time in high school.
Lisa Ray in a meet a couple of days ago came in second in the 100, just barely to her own teammate. And so she is making her mark as a freshman.
At Georgia.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, it was 6 feet 7 inches, or 7.5 inches, and he broke school record. And he's first in the state. Me and Zach are kind of indiscriminately related because my cousin is like dear best friends with his mother. So every time I'm at a family function, I always see Zach, and his mom's incredibly proud. Rachel's a great mom, and she's very supportive.
It's amazing, and the kid's about 5'8".
Yeah.
He's not 6'6", you know, and he's doing that. I think high jump is the most difficult track, and that's a point for the Wizards. I think it's the most difficult event. I'm sorry, because you end by failing.
Yep.
And the technique and the form is very, very difficult.
And if I'm not mistaken, unofficially, he has like a 35-inch leap, if I'm not mistaken. He gets up there.
Oh, and Coach Brobisky, former student of mine, is he has a video. He's going to send it to us. I have to return this text. He didn't tell me how high he jumped. And Central comes right back. So if you have that, we'll get that. So he's broken his own school record again and again. The last person who was really a high jump threat here was Quindell Wilson a few years back, who went on to URI and did very well in the Atlantic 10 there. Serving now
so
is Castaneda.
I have the official video from his Instagram. He jumped 6'7.5".
6 feet 7.5 inches.
Meet record, personal best, first in the state, and he also won the gold at it was a classical invitational.
Great reporting work by Mike Dennis. Net serve, Wizards now up. Should be 16-7. Okay.
Dagnan, Ozzy.
Osmana tried to get that one over, but Central was right there.
Mr. White doing a little logistics check, making sure the audio sounds great.
Yep.
How's it sound?
It sounds good, other than the fact that you and me are talking. Central with the serve. Degnan with the set. Oh.
I got to say.
Sisson tried to bump that one over, but again, Central was there with the block. Go ahead, Mike.
I got to say, when we were at BUTV and I put that mic on and went into the newsroom, that was the most nervous I've ever been in my life because everybody was there.
Yeah.
I would have got clowned.
Now, that serve went out. So 16-9, Wizards up. Degnan on the line. Yep, we went to the field trip at Boston University, and we're on the Boston University TV set. And that was pretty cool.
And you tried to tell me not to go to that and to go to something about the First Amendment.
Oh, really? You weren't supposed to be there?
You told me to go somewhere else, and I was like, I'm going to the BUTV set. I wanted to see it.
I didn't know that. You need to listen to me. The First Amendment's important. It is. Now, I thought I had you go into the TV thing.
No, I think you signed me in to go First Amendment. I went to the BUTV mostly because everybody else was going also. I just wanted to see how it looked.
All right. All right, Central coming back, cutting the lead to 5. Wizards up 16-11. And it's the Strait of Hormuz. Everybody kept mispronouncing that.
That one girl who went first was spectacular.
The girl from Cranston West, yes.
Talia Jackson.
Talia Jackson, Rhode Island Student Journalist of the Year. And I told her I went to Cranston West, back in the 1800s. And, and she's going to URI for journalism, following in my footsteps, but I'm sure she'll be much more successful.
It's funny because everybody thought she was like an example for us to follow, but no, she's a student.
Yeah.
She's also like 6'2", but.
Yeah. I think she's going to do well.
She was only taller than me because she had heels on.
I don't think she was wearing heels. She's at least 6 feet.
Oh yeah.
But she is one heck of a journalist, and it's good to see somebody from my alma mater do well. But next year, I know people from West Warwick are going to be doing well. Osmana with the serve. Romano with the kill.
You did have a student from a couple years ago, Morgan Judd, who did great.
Morgan Judd, who just got a job with Channel 12, coming right out of URI. I don't think they've had the graduation yet, but she's going to be graduating from URI and just started working at Channel 12 as the digital content producer. So very proud of her. Degnan with the set. Gallo with the kill. 18-13. And then we also have Brian Lynch, who works on live trucks that are at events like the Super Bowl, the Masters, the Stanley Cup.
You also had my brother too.
Yep.
He did the story about the Alps.
Yep. Whoa! Gallo with a with a kick. That's 2 we've seen tonight. Oh. Man, I'll tell you, Estrada again in there. making this tough for the Wizards. Wizards have put some space in between themselves and Central, but Central not going down easy at all.
Between Estrada and Aaron Romano, it's just lights out.
Absolutely. And that was in, just barely. Putra's serve.
I don't think so.
I
don't think so. I think it hit out.
No, it did, but most of it was in. All right, 18-15. Putra to serve again. Nice low serve over the net. Degnan sets it up, and Kelly finds a nice weak little spot to tap it in there. 19-15. I think that's our interview.
Yeah.
If the Wizards go on, on to win.
Single, or do you want somebody else?
Just him tonight.
Okay.
Unless something unforeseen happens, which you never know. And Kelly again making his point. Okay, Wizards up 20-15. Ethan Pereira on the line. Trying to win this match for the Wizards. T-Way. Oh, T-Way slid under the net, which you can't do, so that's going to be point Wizards. Because you have to stay on your side of the net. And he ended up sliding like he was sliding into home.
And we saw a good show of sportsmanship.
Very good show. Yes. Pereira with the serve. Central coming back. T-Way with a kill attempt. Degnan bumps it over.
We like sportsmanship
Kelly.
And competitiveness.
Kelly with another kill. 22-15.
He's a one-man army right now.
He is. And this is a timeout. Central. We'll keep it right here.
Much needed timeout. They're 3 away from the door.
And the way things have gone tonight, this is not a gimme. Usually if you got 5 points in between you, at least 5 points in between you and the other team, first team to 20 is usually going to take it. But not the way this match has gone. Central has been tough. Both teams have made unforced errors. They haven't been perfect tonight, but Central, especially after that last set, I would not be surprised if they came back to tie it. Wizards just need to keep focused. And that's why, this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. And
so the question is, can they score 7 to tie it before the Wizards can score 3 to get them on the bus and back to Central?
Unlikely, but it's happened.
Colin Kelly's a one-man army out there.
He is.
Much needed momentum for the Wizards.
Pereira, nice serve. Oh. Kelly tried to get that one because you can hit it twice in a row if it's spiked off your hand, and he just couldn't get a handle on it.
So I'm curious, does that rule, if I was to hit it and then hit it to the other side and the kid hit it back to me, is that counted as a double hit or no?
No.
Okay. It's just if you hit it twice before someone else does.
You can block it off of somebody else's spike and then hit it
There
again.
He is.
And there's Kelly again, 23-16.
That's like, what, 5 straight kills?
4 or 5 straight kills.
Well, besides the point they just scored, but yeah.
For the Wizard kills, let's say that. 23-16. Jaden Tao sends that one out of bounds. 23-17.
I think they want to keep the serve in Central's hand. They've been playing better off of that.
I'm not so sure about that, but what? Castaneda with the serve. Osmena with the kill attempt stays on the Wizards' side. 23-18.
Like wall ran across the net.
Yeah. The ball does a lot of funny things when it comes in contact with the net. And sometimes it rolls right on top. Sometimes it barely gets over. And Kelly up, but he's blocked by Central. There was a little miscommunication there between Tao and Degnan, and the ball just fell. 23-19. And don't look now. Here comes Central.
If all things go right for the Wizards, we will have a little break, and then we'll get Colin Kelly over here in our makeshift booth in the bleachers.
And Degnan with a nice fake out there. He's been doing that all night. T-Way with the kill attempt. Wizards point. Again, I got the ball. This is a record for me. This is like 4 times I've had the ball.
That was the only one that it kind of just came at you. Every other one it just rolled toward you.
And this is match point. Saucedo. Back comes Central. T-Way. Degnan with the set. Sisson tries to get it over, and Central wins the point, 24-20. 24-20. Degnan a little upset at that one. Malloy just saying, just play.
Ian knows
Kevin Mazer.
Ian Degnan knows he's at the door, and he wants to get through it. Doesn't want to be stuffed.
Mazer with the serve. Osmana puts it over. Here comes Central. T-Way puts it over. It's long, and that is the match. That is the match. 25-20. Wizards take the match 3-1. We are going to take a break right here. The Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Volleyball. Okay, we are back here. Media Broadcasting and Journalism Pathways production of Wizards Volleyball. You may notice another person sitting in between me and Mike, Colin Kelly.
Yes, sir.
17 kills.
Yes, sir.
You have been playing great this season. I was watching
I appreciate that.
the last game. It seems that you're playing better as the season goes on.
Yeah, as it progresses, for sure.
So, where hold that mic a little
Yep,
closer.
yep.
There we go. So, what do you think has been the key? You guys are 11-1 now, and your only loss is to a Division I team.
Mm-hmm.
You seem to be playing better as the season goes on. How are you doing it?
I think it just comes down to practices and everyone going in the gym and just figuring out what they need to do and just playing their role. I think that's what it comes down to.
Now, this is a tough team. They came in, they won 6 straight coming in here. Not an easy team. In that third set, you guys seemed to not play at your best. Let's say you made some unforced errors, and then you came back and really sealed it in the next set. Yeah. What do you think you guys need to do heading into the final stretch of the season here and into the playoffs? What do you need to do to get better?
I think we just need to play at our own pace. We can't let other teams dictate how we go on the court. We just got to do our thing, do what coaches tell us to do, and just go out there and just kill them.
Gotcha.
So, one of the big things that you have over your head right now is you're nominated for Providence Journal Player of the Week. What does that honor mean to you, and especially to the guys? Obviously, last week, Mike Gallo was it. Yep. Coming into this week, you have 2 straight players in 2 weeks in a row being nominated. Does that give you some momentum? Does that give you a pump on the shoulder? Obviously, Providence Journal is probably the biggest journal to cover Rhode Island high school state sports. Yeah,
it's just awesome. Mike had it last week, so me coming in and getting it just shows what the team is capable of and what the players are capable of on the team. So it just shows what the coach is telling us what to do, and we're doing what the coach tells us.
Oh, you think just one last question for you before we sign up. Actually, no, Mike has another question after this one.
Fun question.
Wait, all right. Okay. This is a fun question. So, coming in, you guys were, I think, 8-0 before you finally 8 or 9-0 before you finally lost. Yeah. Was there a little bit of relief there, having Coach Malloy coach those two the girls volleyball teams that went to 3 straight championships, but the one they won was not the undefeated year.
Yeah.
And so, do you think it takes a little bit of pressure off you guys? You got that out of the way, you not have to worry about running the table.
Yeah, it definitely takes the pressure off because we just wanted to win every game, but since we didn't do that, just it's all right now. It's fine.
Now you can just take it match by match.
Yeah, match by match.
Gotcha. Okay, Mike, go ahead.
So a little bit of a fun question. Any sports moment. What's your favorite sports moment of all time? Professional, college, anything.
Favorite sport? It's got to be last year's full court shot. It's got to be.
What game was it?
So semifinals against Burrville last year.
Oh, yeah.
He hit a full court shot, and Matt Clemens made that call.
Oh. Awesome.
So he gave himself a personal. I was expecting, maybe some professional moment, a little block by James.
No. Hey, the man did it himself. Why not use that one?
It had to be that one.
Now, you make a shot that long. Are you just hoping it goes in, or did you know it was going to go in?
Well, I didn't really know, to be honest. I just tossed it up there and just prayed it went in, to be honest, and it did, so it worked out.
Fantastic. Colin Kelly, 17 kills, an integral member of this volleyball team, which is now 11-1 and in the driver's seat going into the Division II playoffs. Mike Dennis, Eric White, Jordan Espino, McCaffrey. We are saying goodbye to you from this media broadcasting and journalism pathway production of Wizards Volleyball. Have a good night, everybody.